thoughts on Canton and JPM and its implications for XRP, and what about Trump's tariffs with Supreme Court decision this Friday, as could massively impact all markets. Thanks. Like I just said, it's interesting timing for the Hebrew calendar and No Way and Elon and all the other stuff. So, I don't know. I do think it will have implications for it. I do think that we're in for volatility. I do think that the stock market is at unsustainable levels and needs a significant pullback in order to be able to reset pricing. I think that is going to come from multiple angles all at once, with significant drawdown around 50% in stocks, gold and silver, maybe not silver, but in gold, and also in other markets alongside that, including Bitcoin. I think it's going to be a big move down all at once. Now, how long does that last? Guess is as good as mine. I think that we V-bottom out of there, and I do think that that's when they implement all this stuff. When it comes to Canton and JPM, JPM is a siloed ecosystem. So they have Onyx. We've talked to their team over there, shared different information with them. I think that's another one we have an NDA with. That's been a while since I've looked at that, but yeah. So can't say a whole lot about their infrastructure. I don't know if XCN is part of their infrastructure or not. I had somebody else ask me about that token the other day. I can't figure it out. So for me, if I don't know for sure, I just don't invest in stuff. But if, speculation it is, and it might be, and it works out, awesome. But it's a siloed permissioned ecosystem that other banks aren't necessarily going to use. They utilized the EVM in order to build their blockchain and the smart contracts for their infrastructure. So G Treasury is now partnered with JP Morgan. Interesting announcement that came out. And then separate of that, Canton, like you mentioned, DTCC obviously has an investment with that. A lot of people are speculating that is where the tokenization of stocks will occur. Like I told you before, the XRPL does have a multi-purpose token, which actually coincides directly with issuance of shares on chain on the XRPL. So I don't know. Maybe some of these exchanges will use Canton or Hedera or other networks, and they'll be interoperable using Wormhole or Axelar in order to be able to settle back to the XRPL, between the clearinghouses and brokers. That's how I think all this stuff is going to work. I don't know that there's going to be an end-all be-all network that tokenizes all of the exchanges and stock markets. I think that different people will build different things that needs to be interoperable with the DTCC and Project Ion and Corda, and settle through XRP on the back end between the clearinghouses and brokers real time for reconciliation using distributed ledger technology, which is again talked about by the president of NASDAQ and Monica Long this year at Swell when we were there just about 2 months ago.